Okay, good morning, everyone. I'm the student from University Technology Malaysia, studying about diploma in chemical engineering. So today I will be going to explain for separation process. So let's look for the first process, which is liquid-liquid extraction. So the short form is LLE. So it can call as solvent extraction as well, and it is a method of separating liquid mixture, feed, which consists of two or more components, solute liquid and a carrier liquid, with the usage of a solvent to achieve transfer to solute from feed to solvent. And it have two types of phase, which is extract and raffinate. And it also works based on relative solubilities in two immiscible liquids. So its application is lube oil extraction, copal extraction, and also refining of oils and fats. So these are the application of it, of LLE. So there are three stages in LLE. First is bringing the feed mixture and the solvent to intimate contact by dispersing one phase into the other as droplets. And the next is separation of the extract and raffinate phases that have different densities. The third is the last one, removal and recovery of the solute from extract phase while solvent from raffinate phase. So this is the diagram for stages, for three stages in LLE. So there are some equipments of LLE, which is spray extraction towers. First, it is a counter current flow between light liquid and heavy liquid. So the nozzle is to disperse the light and the heavy phases to the chamber. And the second one is packet extraction towers. So uh, it is modified from spray extraction tower with backings, and also the backing is to increase the interfacial area and mass transfer rate. So how do we define which is the packet tower and which is the packet extraction tower and which is a spray extraction tower? So you can see at the middle here, packet extraction tower, there's an X in the middle here. So this is packet extraction towers, and this is spray extraction towers without the X in the middle. Okay, so this is how I remember for the diagram of it. So next is mix setter. So the mixer is to intimately contacting the two liquid phases using an agitator, and a setter is the mechanical separation of mixture into extract and raffinate by gravitational force. So here is setting chamber and here is mixing chamber. So we can remember that the small one is mixing chamber and the big one is setting chamber. So this is how we going to remember for the diagram as well. Next is absorption. So the absorption is a mass transfer process in which a vapor solute A in a gas mixture is absorbed by means of a liquid in which the solute is more or less soluble. And also it is inert gas and the solute. The liquid is immiscible in the gas phase. So the application of adsorption is adsorption of the solute ammonia from an air ammonia mixture by water. The hydrogen sulfide is removed from hydrocarbon gases by washing with alkaline solution amines. Okay, next. So there are various types of tray. First is sieve tray. So as you see, we can see at the picture here, the sieve tray is small hole and the waft tray have big hole. So this is a diagram of sieve tray, how it works. And also the vapor bubbles up through simple holes here, vapor bubbles up through simple holes in the tray through the flowing liquid. And the liquid is maintained on the tray surface and prevented from flowing down through the holes. This is how sieve tray works. So for the waft tray, it is openings in the tray and the leaf waft cover for each opening, providing a variable open area. And also it's operate at a greater flow rates than the sieve tray. So in conclusion, waft tray have greater flow rate than sieve tray because it has big holes. So that means it can help for the flow rates. So that's Beckett tower. So it is continuous counter current contacting of gas and liquid, and the entering gas rise up outward through the openings in the packing and contacts the descending liquid. So the packing actually is to provide large intimate area between liquid and gas. So another thing is there are three types. There are several types of packing. First is Rashid ring, lasting ring, saddle, and pouring. So these are the types of packing. So next, the next one also is the last one, leaching. Last processes I'm going to explain. So leaching we can call as solid liquid extraction, and it is a method of separating the soluble component solute from its solid mixture with the usage of solvent in the form of liquid. So it is also a solvent is selectively dissolve the desired solute, while the remaining component from the solid mixture is insoluble and remain in the solid form. So the application of leaching is separate sugar from sugar beets with hot water, and also extract oil from peanuts, soybeans, sunflower seeds, and cotton seeds. And also it is used in metallurgical industries. So then there are three stages in leaching. So the first one is dissolving the soluble constituent. The second one is separating the solution from the insoluble solid residue. And the third one, the solid residue is washed and two conditions exist. So there are solute becomes a desired component, and another one is insoluble solid residue becomes a desired component. So this is the two conditions that exist when the solid residue is washed. Next. So the equipments of leaching, there are three equipments of leaching. So the first equipment is Bowman extractor. It is a moving bed leaching. So this is a diagram of Bowman. This is the diagram for Bowman extractor. So it is a moving bed leaching and bucket elevator. So the solid contains a solute feed in each bucket, and each bucket will be sprayed with solvent. So almost all solute extracted from the solid as the bucket reach at the top of this equipment. So we are going to the next equipment, which is Pachuca tank. So Pachuca tank is agitated solid leaching. So it's leaching of 5 solids, and also it is act as a stirrer and tube for compressed air placed at the central tube. So it can be operated in series as well. Next is door classifier. So door classifier is a leaching of coarse solids. So solids enter near the bottom of a sloping tank and then brought outwards. So the solvent enters at the top and flow downwards. So the solids here, floor, okay, enters near the bottom of a sloping tank and then brought outwards here. So the solvent enters at the top of and flow downwards. So this is how it flows for the solids and solvent. Next, we are going to discuss for the similarities and difference between the separation process and the latest technology involving in separation process after we have explained for these three processes. So here, this is the similarities and difference between separation process. I use the table to differentiate which is similarities and which is differences in order to let more people they can easy understand its similarities and differences. So the absorption for the separation process, such as absorptions, liquid extraction, and leaching, which I have explained and mentioned just now, there are similarities is separate mixture based on the different physical properties, and also the extraction is by using solvent. So the differences of these three is for the absorption, we look at the absorption first. It is a gas liquid extraction, and it is large different in density between the gas or vapor phase and the liquid phase. So for LLE, liquid-liquid extraction is a solvent extraction. It is small difference in density between the two phases. So for the last one, leaching, it is a solid liquid extraction. So the last next latest technology involving in separation process. So after we have looked at the similarities and differences between these three processes, we are going to discuss for the latest technology as well. So the separation process for absorption, the latest technology of it is membrane gas absorption in carbon dioxide, absorption from greenhouse gases. The next one is liquid-liquid extraction. Its latest technology is centrifugal partition chromatography, CPC, used for final purification of molecules derived from natural extracts, synthetic mixtures, or biological matrix. So the last one, leaching, its latest technology is heap leaching is an industrial mining process used to extract precious metals. So that's all from me to discuss for separation process. I hope you gain some knowledge from my sharing. So thank you for listening. Please feel free to keep in touch for further discussion for the processes. So here is my IG. Thank you for your listening. Thank you.